welcome to my channel. I am here with a design team project for ASC Craft Supplies. She has two websites, and I will leave a link to both of those in the description box below. And remember, if you use the coupon code Michelle10, you will receive 10% off your order, and if you spend $75 or more, you get free shipping. So that's a great deal. I love free shipping. And what I have created for you today is a pair of the Converse Look Alike tennis shoes, and I made this box, a shoe box, to hold them, and I have a short tutorial for the box at the end of the description. And the shoes, the original creator was Gabby Cantonon, and she has a YouTube channel and an Instagram account, and she is, I'm not sure where she's from, but I do believe her channel is in Spanish. So Carolina from KarolinasKrafts made an SVG file, so that's what I used to make the tennis shoes. And then the box was inspired from Wandy, who is Wandy Sweets. She just had a box that the shoes fit in, but I thought, I want to make a box for mine. I loved the presentation once she decorated her box. It was so pretty. So I think I've given credit for everyone. So on the front of the box, I used this beautiful silhouette cut file, and it's, I think, a paper lace frame, and it had the background piece, and then I added some more layers with some silver paper and then the dark purple. I love the different matting. And then I created my shaker by just cutting out a lot of frames and gluing them together, so you can see how many I used that I glued together. So I probably used, I use anywhere from 6 to 9 depending on the thickness of my paper. And then I, to cover that up, I used this silver scalloped frame. And the butterfly is from Prima's Sweet Mosaic collection, which these two, the Moon Child and the Sweet Mosaic, Pretty Mosaic, seem to complement each other really well. And I used some crystals from the Pretty Mosaic. And then I did have the Moon Child flowers, which are from the shop, from ASC. And then I covered them with Glitterific. My crafty BFF Robin has been using that, and I forgot I had it, so I got it out and used them on these, and I absolutely love it. And it is a shaker, and I just used a lot of different shaker elements that I had, but I, used a lot of different stars. Just trying to get it where you can see all the sparkly goodness. But I thought it came out really well. I think it's one of the best shakers I ever made. So, patience. I just took my time. And then I'll show you the box. And I cut out the barcode. It was from Cricut, and I just typed in barcode, and it was the only one that came up. So I used that on the back. I guess I have my lid on backwards. And then on this size, I put size 6. I think Wandy had done that as well, and I just thought that was so cute. And then, of course, you have to have some tissue paper with your shoes. And I absolutely love how my little shoes came out. I just wish my granddaughter could wear them. Get these out, get the box out of the way. So here are my shoes. And I did put some beads here. And then this is just some trim I had in my stash. But I absolutely love the way the Moon Child paper looks. It just complements so well. And then I used a flower back here and another little crystal. And I went over this, and this was another thing Robin had told me about, and it's Spectrum Noir Crystal ink. But it made the paper, it gave a shimmer to it, and it made it, I don't know, it just seemed to help it blend in a little bit, even better with that little bit of shimmer to go with the paper and the silver. And I also used it back here so you can really see it on the dark, or I hope you can. And then the bottom, I just used the dark cardstock, but I love that it even, it even has the tongue of the shoe. And then I use some silver here, but the paper, I just absolutely love it. And normally purple's not my color to work with. It's pretty, but I just saw some projects and thought they were so beautiful, so I had to get it and try it out. But it's absolutely beautiful. And here's the second one. Of course, it's decorated the same. Flower on the back. but Carolina's SVG file made this so much easier than having to cut it by hand. So I absolutely love how the shoes came out. So make sure to check out ASC Craft Supplies. Use the coupon code Michelle10 and free shipping for any purchase $75 or more. And if you're interested, there is a short tutorial for the shoebox. Thanks for watching. So we're going to score our cardstock at 3 and 9. Rotate it. We're going to do 3 again, but this time we're going to do 10. And then our shoes will fit inside this portion here. So the inside is 6 by 7. So that's why the one we did at 10. And then we're going to take another piece of 12 by 12 cardstock, and we are going to cut a piece at 3 inches. Okay. And then we're going to take this piece and we're going to cut it at 9 1/4 inch by 8 1/4. Okay. So it'll take 2 sheets of 12 by 12. So I don't need my trimmer anymore, so I'm going to move it out of the way. And let's take our 3 by 12 piece, and we're going to score it at 3 and 9. Okay, so 3 by 12 piece at 3 inches and 9 inches. And then the 9 1/4 by 8 1/4, we are going to score it at 1 inch on all 4 sides. So I'm just going to rotate it to make sure. I'm afraid I'll mess up if I start counting in. Since we have that 1/4 inch, I'll just rotate it and do 1 inch. Do it the easy way, the easy peasy way. Okay, so we've got that scored. And take our 12 by 12 piece that we scored, and we'll just go ahead and kind of fold these. And I want to cut mine like this. So then when I fold it, it'll just give a nice neat edge. So I want to do the same on this side. So the box will be the same. And then we just want to cut a little bit of an angle. Forgot to do it on this side. Just a tiny little bit. And then on these two, on the 2 smaller pieces, so this is where we scored at 10, so this is a 2 inch piece, we're going to completely cut these squares out. So make sure you're nice and straight here, because this is part of your box, and I need to go back over that. I'm going to get right on top of that score line. And the same thing here. I want to get on the score line. And we'll do the same thing again. Okay, we don't need those. And then what we're going to do is bring our 3 by 12 piece in and go ahead and fold it on the score lines. And we're just going to glue this tab onto this. So, I think I'll use my art glitter glue. Change my mind. It's a little bit quicker. So I'm just going to put the glue really good all the way around the edges. And I want to make sure I get this lined up, so I'm just going to butt this piece up, make sure my edges are lined up as well as the score lines. I just need to scoot it over a little bit. Okay. And just kind of pull it up against it. Make sure it works. Okay, and then before I put it down, I'm just making sure this is flush along the bottom. And it is. I'm going to lay it back down, grab a bone folder, and just make sure I really put some pressure on that to spread the glue out. And once we have that glued in place, I'm going to trim like I did the other corners, miter them a little bit, and do the same thing. And when you're doing this, make sure you do the outside, miter the outside pieces, because if you do this piece, this is the outside of the box and it will mess it up. And I don't know how many times I've been making a box and I've cut the wrong side. So it's very easy to do. You're just scoring and cutting, and then you realize, oh, that was the piece I wanted to use for the outside. So where we've used this for the outside, you know, we want it nice and straight. Okay, so now we're just going to put glue on the inside. There's the bottom of our shoebox, and on the top, on the lid, I'm just going to cut the score line, and on this score line, this one, I forgot to miter a little bit. So this is what you should have, is go in here and here and here, and then miter on the outside part. And then we're just going to fold these over on the score lines. Okay. And now we will just put glue on the inside of all 4 tabs. So now what we can do is we can cover the outside of our box with decorative paper. So we need 2 pieces that are 2 7/8 by 6 7/8, and they will go on the side of the box. And the 2 7/8 by 5 7/8 will go on the front and the back of the bottom part of the box. So they'll go here. Okay, and I'm going to glue these down, and I'll be back. Okay, so I have my box covered with my decorative paper, and I absolutely love how it came out. I think the Moon Child paper is just beautiful, of the butterflies. So make sure to go over to ASC Craft Supplies for all your crafting needs. I'll leave their links in the description boxes below, as well as the coupon code Michelle10 for 10% off your order. And as always, any order $75 and over, you get free shipping. So it's a great deal. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.